Christmas in our flat, every night I was forced to watch 2 episodes of The Boys. Soon I quickly wanted to do so, but it took me a little while to get into it. It takes me a while to get into some shows, it just is what it is. And I really love this show. It's kind of like sci-fi, kind of supernatural, like, I want to say it's dystopian, like the what if, right? And basically, I don't want to spoil too much, but it's basically what if superheroes existed among us, right? And I think the jokes in that show are so funny, and oh my goodness, and the way they tackle just very, like, you know, big problems and issues inside society today is really interesting. And I love the characters. Huey is my bae. I love him so much. And Starlight, oh my god, I think Starlight and Huey are my favourite characters. And then Frenchie and Kamiko, and then MM. I relate to MM quite a bit, unfortunately, with his like OCD type stuff. Very much relate to it, but yeah, I really freaking love that show. And Homelander, oh my goodness, if you know, you know. I won't be saying too much about the show or any of these shows in case you want to go watch yourselves. Basically, Huey is the main character, and then he joins this group of people, and if you know, you know, and Butcher is amazing. You just gotta go watch it. Go watch The Boys, I beg. It's so good. At first, you're gonna be like, what the heck am I looking at? Honestly, every episode you're gonna be like that. But it's so good. The season 3 that came out. This year, I really loved. It's really good. However, the ending made me so angry. If you know, you know. It made me so angry, my loves. Anyway. It's so brilliant. The episodes are about an hour long, I would say between 1 and 2 hours long, depending on if you're watching like the first episode, this is like the pilot or the finale, you know. But the fighting scenes, because obviously they all have kind of like supernatural powers. I'm a sucker for anything like that. I love anything like Marvel, Star Wars, anything involving powers. I eat that up every time, guys. Every freaking chicken time. So, yes, I highly recommend The Boys. I highly recommend all of these shows, actually. Okay, so to go completely on the other end of the show spectrum, I'm now going to talk about The Winx Club. The love that I have for this show is uncanny. I have loved this show from about 7, 8. I want to say, and every time it would come on the TV, everyone would be like, oh my god, because they knew they couldn't change the channel, I stopped watching it as a kid after the season 4 or 3, just because my family couldn't take it anymore, and then I watched the rest as an adult, like, as, you know, at like 17, 18. That's how much I love this show. I took the privilege to search it up, and look at it. But basically, it follows the story of this girl called Blue, and she's just chilling in her little neighbourhood. And you know, her style's really cool, but that's beside the point. And one day, I believe it happens that she's in a forest, and basically, she stumbles upon this fairy fighting this troll guy. I was like, this fairy fighting this troll guy, and basically, she tries to get involved and save the fairy. Right. And this fairy is like got blonde hair. She's really cute. If you know, you know. And basically, the troll like gets a hold of her, right? And then she releases some sort of dragon type bee, and depending on what version you watch, and kicks his ass without even realizing what she's done. And then the other fairy's like, the other fairy's really confused. But the other fairy passes out because obviously there's a lot of strain on the battle fighting a big old troll. And then she takes the fairy back to her house, and it all goes from there. And they go to this magical school called Althea, and they meet lots of other fairies, and they form a group called the Winx Club, which is her mixed transformation, and it's a different animation style, which I do not like. Keep it the same animation style, please. Anyway, I could rant about Winx Club for ages, but basically, the newer seasons aren't as good, and they really wrote every character poorly. Like, for example, the Winx form this band, obviously, because, you know, they're a girl group, they have to have some sort of musical output, right? They form this band, and in the friendship group, there is a fairy of music, Musa, right? You know, because they all are like fairies of big things, right? Like, Bloom's a fairy of fire, right? Like, they're fairies of big, you know, forces, or you could say, or elements, and so they form a band together. Now, you would think that the fairy of music gets to be the singer because she's the fairy of freaking chicken music. But no. Because Bloom is the main character, the writers decided, or someone decided, she should be the singer. My loves, when I watched it, and every time I watch it, because they do like a little song in every video, in every episode nearly, when they form the band, and I see that Bloom is singing, the rage I feel is unbelievable. Because, did you hear my elbow pop? Because if I was Musa, I would leave the Winx Club. Like, what the frick? What the frick? Like, but yes, it is really good. It is really good. Even for vibes alone, like, after the first few seasons, like I said, it gets a bit crumbs, but the vibes are still good, the transformations are still cute, the music's still good, and there are some cute episodes and moments, so, you know, and it's pretty cool. Bad writing or not, I still love those seasons. Obviously not as much as the other ones, because the good writing really does help me love it, but it's not a problem, because I'm just obsessed with the show, and the fashion, anyways, let me know if you've watched any of these shows, by the way. The next show is again another genre of shows, an anime that I believe is still on Netflix, at least in my country. It is called Kuroko no Basket, and obviously this guy called Kuroko, I'm going to mispronounce a lot of names in this because it's anime and I do not speak Japanese or Korean or any sort of Asian language. seeing clips of the Global All Stars, and while I love the show, do not watch Global All Stars as your first season because it frames the show bad. Like, Global All Stars, I think, is one of the worst seasons we've had in a long time on that show. Like I don't know, it seems like Rue is really biased from what I've seen and heard on the comments. So, but I started watching on season 11 and I watched some of season 10, so I recommend starting there. I didn't seem to miss too much. They do make references back to other seasons, but really, you're not going to miss out on too much context, so I really recommend it. I love watching the design challenges, they're probably my favourite, and then the comedy ones, or when they have to like make a song towards the end of the season, in the finale. I've just realised I jumped into talking about without telling you initially what it's about. So basically, these 12 contestants. Oh, why is my breath like that today? These 12 contestants all get put into this competition. Well, get invited to, rather. They have to submit and then, and they all go into this workroom and, complete challenges weekly, design challenges, comedy challenges, and they're all drag queens, hence the name Drag Race. Clever, right? Clever, because you thought of girls, I bet you did. And, excuse me. And basically each week a queen gets eliminated, and then you're left with three finalists, sometimes four, depending on what season you're watching. And basically they all are just fighting for this crown, a little crown and scepter. It's so cool. And then it's a large sum of money. It's like 10,000 or 10 million. I don't know, 10,000 sounds right. Dollars, which is crazy. So obviously they want that because they'll kickstart their whole career and help them out a bunch. And the things they talk about in that show, like the contestants and stuff, is really important. And I love watching such creative people just have fun. And the drama is so funny. I'm not one for drama. I don't like drama. It's just funny on RuPaul's Drag Race. Season 11 though, Silky Nutmeg Ganache, while I love her, she wasn't in her best moment there, and then afterwards because it was during COVID, like I started watching it, well, like recently I'd watched it, and she posted a thing where she was on a flight during COVID, and I was like, but it must have been like safe and like vetted surely during that time, so I'm not going to say anything because I do not know. I only know pictures on the internet, which is about 1% of the truth. That's all I'm saying. So yeah, please go check that out. It's really good. Each episode is about 20 minutes, 30 minutes, no longer than 40, and I really enjoy it, and I think you will too if you love like designing stuff, or if you're creative like me, or you love seeing people argue. Love seeing people argue, so please go check that out. I love it so much. And then the last show I want to talk about, which are kind of like two in one, you'll understand why. So the first one is Avatar: The Last Airbender. Now, I have not watched every episode. I scrolled past a bunch of them because I'm not a patient girly. Sometimes, okay. So I just scroll past the shows, but I understand what happens. Don't worry. I got your back. Avatar: The Last Airbender, brilliant show. Okay, the animation style, the art, the music, the voice acting. Zuko being strangely attractive. Crazy. Wait, is Zuko underage? Wait. If Zuko's a child, take back what I just said, guys. I did at first watch it when I was like 17, so that's why mentally I'm still back there. I forget that I'm nearly 20. I forget that factor about myself. But at the time, Zuko was very hot. But yes. If you like anything like with powers, sci-fi kind of fantasy with dragons, watch that show. Oh my goodness. And I love Aang. I think he's so fun. I will say either Katara and Zuko, and slash if. I'll definitely be showing them these two shows because they teach you such important lessons as a child, and also they are so fun. Like, there's so many funny moments that even I laugh at now, and I laughed at when I was younger. And I don't know, I think it's cool as well because as a kid, I watched it being like, oh, this is cool, boom boom, fire, power, war, right? As you do when you're a kid. But watching it when I'm older, I'm realising actually the complex stuff that was going on, like mentally for each character, internally. And I think that was really cool that I got to like watch it and get a different take than what I did when I was younger, because obviously I'm more grown now. And I think that's really cool. And seeing Korra's growth over the seasons, as you see Aang's in Avatar: The Last Airbender. Brilliant show. I don't know if I could rank these shows. I'm looking at the list now, trying to think, can I rank these? I honestly don't think I could. These are, not all of these, but a few of these are significantly what have made me who I am today. I would say Korra, Avatar: The Last Airbender, and Winx Club are the ones that made me who I am today, because I grew up with those three. So I grew up with those three. So yeah, those are the three I would say, like, they go in my heart, they're in my heart, they are staying right there, and my kids will be watching those shows. So